Samalan, guys. As I've been thinking about this for a while, and just to play open cards, a part of me is a bit nervous around how people might take this, especially in today's cancel culture. People might read this wrong. Guys, please just take this from where it's coming from. Don't take it as if I'm trying to attack a certain group or I'm trying to downplay or because it is a sensitive topic and it is around GBV. It is around what has been happening on what we've been hearing on social media. So what I've seen, and I think I've seen him on X, and maybe you guys have seen it as well, would see a lot of guys have killed their partners. This happened a lot, I think, in KZN as well. I did a video about this, about the one brother who killed his partner. And 3 days ago, I was sent a video of a man who caught his wife in bed with another man. And what this guy did is that he got his wife and this man to sit down and call in the ladies, his husband, his wife's family, his wife, and then the man who they cheated with, his wife. And they sat and they were discussing whatever they're discussing. And he made them sit there naked. I think they had blankets over each other, and then brought in all the families and the stakeholders. Someone you can see, probably not the man, maybe someone who was sitting there sneakily, then recorded seeing these people and exactly who was there. And then it was posted on social media. It's crazy when you read the comments. Absolutely crazy, because it also speaks to how different we view this world. We're so different in terms of how we view these world and challenges, because I'm reading, like, the main comments that I'm picking up are people saying things like, why would he embarrass his wife like that? There's no dignity. Why would he do that? You know, they're sitting there naked. That's shameful. Now one was clear, etc., etc., etc. And I'm watching this and I'm reading the comments and I'm going, we've seen and read exactly what's been happening all over December with men killing women. We've seen this for infidelity. This guy brings in families to mediate. He's not the one that's recording and posting this. Brings in families to mediate. You know, do we not, one, applaud that? Just that. Forget that. Forget everything else. Just that. I'm married to her. I'm bringing in families to mediate the situation. You know, do we not say, yo, at least in the world of toxicity and mental health and this challenge that is happening to our sisters, at least siyabonga, because there's so many monsters that are killing our sisters. And this guy, you know, and then somewhere down the line, we then say, in terms of his flaws, maybe we should have just let them get dressed, you know, but we don't address that as the initial primary point. You know, no one is speaking about the sister who's cheated on her husband on their marital bed. You know, people are saying, yeah, but men do this as well. That's no different than if I find out a sister's been beaten up, there's GBV, and I say, well, women also beat up men. Guys, it doesn't help when we come with this tit for tat mindset in a very, very dark time. You know, it just blows my mind. Literally, we are having these gender wars where when this thing happens to a man, there's so many sisters that are dancing and applauding and are so excited. Yes, I get the pain. I do get the pain of the abuse that our sisters have gone through, the fear that they live in every day. But again, aren't we trying to get to solutions? Aren't we trying to get to solutions? Because again, this is happening over and over and over and over. And I was chatting to a brother of mine at gym, you know, and he said, Kulmela, and we're talking about these sensitive subjects and topics. And then he looks at me and he's like, hey, but Dwana, if you were a female seeing, and this is the controversial part, if you're a female and you are seeing other females getting killed for infidelity, what would you do? I'd be like, I wouldn't cheat. I wouldn't cheat, you know. And it's so crazy because I'm a man and I know women cheat on men. I know this. I'm a man and I know women cheat on men. I'm a man, I know men cheat on women. So now, if all of a sudden I find out that in December 2024, 6 men were killed by their partners because those guys cheated. Maybe in the space of the year, let's say it's 20, 20 men were killed by their partners because of cheating. This guy would do one of two things. One, you either stop cheating so that they don't kill you, or two, you break up and you become single and then you're free as a bird. You free as a bird, you can do whoever you want, whenever you want to do them. Perfect. How, in a space where there's so much darkness, am I still continuing with these behaviors? I can see the repercussions. It's no different than if I'm in 1970, and I live in Daweni and we know Gutamapunu are there in 1970 trying to find black people to hurt them, whatever. I'm not saying what they are doing is right. Please hear me. I'm not saying what they're doing is right. I'm the victim here. But I won't go walking out knowing I'm being hunted. I wouldn't do that. Why would I do that? I'm not saying the sisters are now should know. It's the men who are wrong. It's the men who are evil. It's the men who are dark. But as a sister who are seeing the current landscape, you surely need to take your life into your own hands. I know that there's places in Joburg, let's say, Hillbrow, where there's a lot of crime. I know this. I wish that the SAPS fixed those places. I wish that criminals will stop doing what they're doing. I know that's there. But I've got a personal responsibility to this. So why would I be in those spaces in dodgy times of the day? Why would I leave my car unparked there? Why would I walk around with a watch and cell phone and wallets holding them in my hand in those spaces? And then I get mugged, and then I say I'm the victim. And I will be the victim. I will be a victim, but I have a personal responsibility to try my best and not put myself in those spaces. We are seeing this pandemic of our sisters being killed, being what for infidelity. But it doesn't seem like people are slowing down. And again, I'm part of the crew where I say these men need to get put in the darkest holes ever, and we lock them up and we throw away the keys. I'm part of that crew. But I'm saying, Wuti, while it's like this, surely we can move differently. While it's like this, surely we can protect ourselves differently. If, for example, I knew that there was a pedophile somewhere that is gunning for little boys, I would not leave my kids with those little boys. If I knew, Wuti, the highest point of, or the statistically, the highest chances of me getting sexually harassed is when I go to the club and I get drunk. And those are the times where, according to the studies, according to SAP reports, it's normally post-groove where our sisters are opening rape cases. And if that is where the highest probability is, then I will try and manage that space. Maybe not go there. Maybe go there with a couple of my siblings, my male siblings. Maybe I'll go in those spaces like that. And again, guys, crime happens everywhere. My car got stolen in a white area in a church, in a white church. So my car got stolen there. So crime happens everywhere. All I can do is manage risk. All I can do is the best that I can do. Will my car get stolen? Yes. However, now living in this life, the probability of my car getting stolen in a Hillbrow, if I leave it unlocked, versus the church in the suburb, is low. And that's all I can do. Manage risk. The chance of me getting a job in this country where there's high unemployment is low. But if I don't finish matric, if I just sit at home in my mom's house, if I just jerk off and fucking watch TV all day, how low is my probability now? It's on the floor. So again, in this time that we live in, just manage risk as best as you can. You have sisters that are going to Groove, asking guys to buy them bottles of this and bottles of this and ice choppers and what. Those guys, even though they are not entitled to, they will feel entitled to because they spent 2,000 rand, 5,000 rand, 10,000 rand on you. And then they'll feel like they own a certain part of you, whether it's your time, whether it's your body, whether it's whatever, they'll feel entitled to that. So why put yourself in those spaces? Out of nothing comes nothing. You have these crazy men that are so like fucking entitled to women's body, so entitled to a woman's space where if that sister steps out, he's going to beat her up. Worst case, he might kill her. We're seeing that, okay, how can we manage that a lot better? One, anyeke nokufeba. Rather be single, guys. Because kubuhlungu nathi siyangcwaba osisi bethu nathi hey machita siyekele into esenzayo siyekele into esenzayo. But again, as guys, the few good guys, like, how are you going to go and tell criminals to stop being criminals? How are you going to tell monsters to stop being monsters? How are you going to stop telling a snake to be a snake? The best thing, as your Steve Irwin, Goma Crocodile Hunter, whoever these people go natural journey, you study how snakes move, you study their behavior patterns, and then you adjust accordingly. And again, I'm not taking away your victimhood. I'm not taking away with these monsters come and they do monstrous things and they do dark, devilish things. I'm not taking that away. I'm saying to some point, take control of your life. To some point, understand, hey, it's not getting any better. It's actually getting worse. If I knew that there was pedophiles out there and I could study them, I would be like, listen, as pedophiles, what do you guys go for? Oh, we like boys that wear shorty shorts. We like boys that dye their hair blonde. I'd make sure that my kids never wear shorty shorts and never dye their hair blonde. Again, I understand no one has the right to touch my kids. No one has the right to do anything. Nah, I get that. But there's also monsters out there. There's monsters out there. And my job as a father is to protect my own. It's very, very hard. And I pray and I hope that those people change and they find Jesus and they find peace in their heart. I hope and I pray that our brothers who have these dark thoughts, that have done these things, that they also find Jesus and they heal. And they stop doing so. I've got sisters, I've got nieces. Guys, I'm feast lento on about in my space. But I will ensure when my sister says she's going there or there, I go, hey, no, I will up. Because I know you're going into the hyena's den. And I know I can't convince hyenas to not be hyenas. I can't go and say, hey, my hyena, hey, man, we need to do better. I'm a hyena. But I can try and manage my own. And say, by 5 to ensure at least there's a level of protection and we can manage that scenario where random men don't have to buy you drinks. At least it's here. After here, Nina, sister, you guys gonna stay at my place. It's fine. Again, we're just trying to manage it. Crime can happen everywhere. Darkness can happen everywhere. But we need to, in today's time, find solutions for ourselves. We need to, in today's time, grab the bull by its horn. We need to, from today's time, to take accountability for our lives. And while teen as men educate other men on how to handle things, while teen as men fix our fuck-ups, while teen as men do all these things, but they also need to be very cognizant with it. They also play indima or in this community. They also play a role in this, and it's unfortunate they find themselves most of the time being on the victim side, and they are the ones that get beat up and they're the ones that get killed. Not saying that brothers don't get beat up, not saying that brothers get killed, but the mass majority is also this. How can we do this? How can we heal? How can we fix this community? Guys, please let me know in the comments below. Just let me know what you think. Just let me know what you think. I don't have any solutions. Again, this is just my view. This is my opinion. Guys, but I'm really trying and hoping that these conversations will help heal, will help grow us, will help us bond to become a better society, because we all deserve better people in society. All sis who deserve better boyfriends and better men. Teen as a machita, we deserve better women and better girlfriends and better wives. Spill sign. Anyway, please share this video far and wide if you think someone will benefit from it. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And Tanda, guys, sharp.